In honor of Artemis 2 landing safely back on Earth, let me tell you more about what Artemis 2 actually was and why it was so important for us. Artemis 2 was the first crewed launch to the moon after 5 decades, and I know that may sound unbelievable, but it has actually been that long. The last one was launched somewhere in the late 1970s. Before this, the latest crewed mission to the moon was Apollo 17, part of the various Apollo missions that were sent to the moon. One of them including Apollo 11, which included Neil Armstrong in 1969, which was the first man to ever walk on the moon. Artemis 2 was a 10-day long mission, including our first female astronaut to go to the moon and our first black astronaut to go to the moon as well. While considering the amount of time that it took Apollo 11 versus Artemis 2, it's a stark difference, because during Apollo 11, all NASA was trying to do was beat Russia to the moon to show how capable they were. It was basically a race. There was no pit stop for information. But Artemis 2 was full of mathematical calculations on how to collect the maximum amount of data that they can, while breaking many records. The most stark one out of them was that Artemis 2 traveled the furthest any human has ever, which was previously held by Apollo 13, around 225,000 miles away from Earth. But this was beat by Artemis 2. Artemis 2 was launched with the aim that we would discover more about the backside and the dark side of the moon, which no human has ever reached. They produced very high quality images of Earth, other planets, and of course the moon. They also witnessed a 57-minute solar eclipse, which was not intended, but it was a very rare and valuable case, because of that we found out many new things. The path that Artemis 2 took was actually a very interesting one. If you see the layout of it, it went kind of as an infinity, and with the help of gravity they launched back into Earth. And while they were coming back on Earth, the heat that was engulfing them was 3 times the speed of light. Imagine. And because of that, they had a lot of heat protection padding around them so that they would land safely into the Pacific Ocean, which they did earlier this morning. This successful launch is hooting on NASA, because they are already planning the Artemis 3 mission, which is gonna go on later this decade, which is gonna include a moonwalk. Isn't that so cool? So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because I make videos like this daily, and who knows, maybe I'll see you in my next one.